To the Survivors, Episode 9. Episode title, Learning Hard, written by Biola Olatunde, inspired by the book To the Survivors by Robert Uttaro. Hello. Life has its way of teaching us necessary lessons as it evolves, and we do all we can to find our rationale in it. I hope we're learning from these episodes. We make an appeal that if you have benefited from these episodes, support the endeavour, call or reach out to us. We would love to continue for as long as your interest can sustain the program. Please call us on 0803 472 3894 or 0903 155 771. You can also come to the commercial department and talk to them about our programming. Today's episode follows the stories that have been happening, what has happened to Akin or even Chioma, and of course, Olayinkawho, who has to learn some hard lessons.
Good morning, Mom. What should I get you for breakfast?
I'm not sure I want to have breakfast.
That is 2 mornings in a row.
I didn't even think you noticed.
I did, and also that you paced your room since 3 a.m. and this morning.
Interesting. I'm surprised and worried.
About your husband.
Why do you now call him my husband? He's your papa.
Not in my thoughts. He's not. I didn't know it was the consequences of rape, Mom.
That is in the past.
Mom, I came because a man raped you. I was not a part of the original plan. I shouldn't really be alive.
That is a very dangerous and wrong thought.
You even said you hated me from when I was in your womb.
Where did you pick this from? I'm sure Mrs. Roberts...
No, she didn't tell me. I heard it all from the back of the door. Remember, I ran out and I felt I was not being fair to you. So I was walking back and heard you make the comments. It's alright, Mom. I keep wondering what I would have done if I had to be married to that monster who raped me.
I did not have a choice.
You did, Mom.
You think?
It doesn't matter what I think, Mom. I now understand why you hate me. It was not my fault, but I now understand why.
Please, Olayinkawho, I wish I can explain, but I am so very sorry.
I don't like myself, Mom.
Please, don't ever think that way. I'm sorry you heard those comments. I was confused and in pain myself.
I will try not to think, but it is sometimes impossible.
So, Olayinkawho, you have to prepare to meet the fellow who gave you such a bad experience, okay? I wanted to talk to you to just prepare your mind.
I understand, Mrs. Roberts.
Okay?
I will not try to kill him at the court.
Listen, I know how you feel. You must try to control your pain. It is good that the police are making him face justice. You know, not every raped person has that luxury of knowing a person who raped you and making him face the law.
Does it really matter?
What do you mean?
He has raped me. What happens to him does not matter. How do I continue with my life from now on? How do I stop wondering that if anybody stares at me, he's not seeing soiled second-hand goods? Why did he keep eating me even while I begged him? Why? Why? Keep going around in my head, Mrs. Roberts. Why eat me and drag me on the floor of his bedroom? I had not offended him. I only begged him.
I am so very sorry, Olayinkawho. I totally understand. Maybe you should not be in court tomorrow.
I am going to be there. I want to be there. I want to watch his face. Maybe something in his face will show he's a human being.
Listen. You need to be calm. If you become emotional, it may not help you. The defiance are going to...
You mean someone is defending his actions?
The law requires that it should be defended too.
Interesting.
Are you sure, Olayinka?
Yes, Mrs. Roberts.
Your dad is going to be there. He told the police he will come.
Is he in solidarity with the rapist and wants to...
Olayinka,
I am sorry.
your dad did the right thing, standing in support for you.
Because he is a rapist, like the monster. He is a monster too. That is why my mother hated me all these years.
What? Oh Lord, she knows.
Does Olayinka have to be in court tomorrow?
Well, according to the investigating officer, she needs to be there. Defense lawyers may want to question her.
That is very dangerous the way I see things. And from what you have told me, that is a walking time bomb. By the time she's finished, her father will be lucky if he is not arrested for a 20-year-old crime that was never reported.
See, she's so bitter about her father, Banji. She has avoided being in the same place with him. Her mother appealed to me to talk to her, and I am at my wit's end.
She walks around with a dangerous look in her eyes that does not even mean well for any male.
Well, except Akin though.
What?
I was stunned myself when I saw both of them at a restaurant. You know, there's always that fragile look about Akin. Since he came to my office, Olayinka has been the only girl I ever saw him talk to.
Wow. Two broken beans.
We try to mend broken beans, Banji.
Yes, I know, darling. Better ask doctor to advise you about Olayinka coming to court tomorrow.
Yes, I'll make sure I do that.
What is the matter, Olayinka?
You know I almost lost my temper in court yesterday. Just remember in time what the doctor told me.
What happened?
Got to know the name of the monster. Someone should stop him from using that name.
What is the name?
Nifemi. Can you imagine?
What is in a name? So what happened?
He claimed I was his girlfriend. Just imagine. I almost jumped at his throat. He said he had invited me over to discuss how he was to approach my parents. That we were planning to get married. He claimed Kunle was the go-between and he always sent money through Kunle to me.
That was, of course, not true. Thought you had never seen the beast.
Yes, of course. I didn't even know his name. Inspector Edward was watching me closely and smiled but held me back from my seat. Mr. Olaniyo surprised me though. He suddenly stood up and slapped Kunle hard across the face. There could have been murder right there. The police led him out. There was silence for a while, and the magistrate said he did not want his tronics in the court. Kunle was afraid to come out of the court.
Oh, you really had a good time in court. Wish I was there.
Mr. Olaniyo surprised me.
You know, call him that.
That is his name, isn't it?
Don't carry a weight that was never meant for you. He fell down on the job when he did not immediately come to your aid. He has, however, made amends and...
Not one word. Not since. Not even in court yesterday. He looked past me, staring straight ahead, like I was not there.
I don't get it.
I do. He's just doing his duty. I don't exist for him. I know the reason.
No. I think he feels the pain of what you went through.
Only he does not show it, right? That is a tall story, and you don't believe it yourself.
I learned something from a friend. He said, never let others occupy your space with their dirty thoughts. What you become is what you really are. Don't let this beast destroy tomorrow for you. It's yesterday, the past.
You are also a philosopher now.
I am just Akin, trying to be me, accepting me and learning to know who me is really.
How lucky for you.
I went to see my uncle today.
The one that abused you for all these years?
Yeah. And you know what? I felt sorry for him. I could not forgive him. I just saw a broken old man who was still bluffing and not ready to heal himself. He whined about how his wife had abandoned him, his children. He needed to pay his medical bills, and the association he was a coach for sacked him. I listened and watched him. Suddenly, a weight was lifted from me. I could walk away. There was no need to keep planning to kill him. He was dead already.
That is quite a lot you have shared with me. Why?
I really don't know. Does it matter?
So, you think I should forgive my father?
Did he offend you? My father was never there. Hence, my mother handed me over to her brother.
Yes, but...
I have seen your mother. You think you can defend her better than she can? She was the one who was sinned against.
Oh, my head is swimming.
I know what that means.
Jeez, it is my father on the phone.
Pick it up. I will wait outside.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Papa. Yes, I am still in the office of Mrs. Roberts. Sir, you're outside and want to see me.
You're listening to the program To the Survivors.
Take me to your sanctuary, baby, I will. Put me on a pedestal and make me yours. You shouldn't make those promises. I'm all I you just treat me like a rodeo, enough is enough. You know love is a beautiful thing. Until you're sorry, you're left with a pain. I remember when you could make me better. Love me endlessly, or don't love me at all. If you don't love me, let me go. Let go, let go. If you don't need me, let me go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let go, let go. If you don't love me, let me know. Woo! Let go, let go. And if you don't need me, I'll let the kindness go. It's almost like you got the greatest spell on me. I did not fall in love, love fell on me. When you're hopeless in love, sometimes you want to run. And let me go, nobody knows.
You're listening to the program To the Survivors. Sometimes the unexpected can happen, and it looks like it's about to happen. For the last voice that Olayinkawho was expecting is the voice of her father, who not only stood up for her at the end of the day, went to court for her, was about to commit murder even in court, and at the end of the day, he also made an attempt to reach out to his daughter. We are back with our panel: Serena Grace, Ayokunle Ajishefe, Kunle Oluyide, Creative Jimmy, and we have a surprise guest in the house. You know, we keep talking about rape as it concerns girls, mismanagement of a girl's life, if I can use that word. But today, Serena Grace is going to be talking to a lady who, against all expectations, has an NGO that talks about boys, and she calls them the Superboy Foundation. I hope I'm right. Mrs. Akin. I hope I got that name right. You're welcome to the Survivors.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ma.
Good morning.
My name is Serena Grace, and I'm really, really delighted that you're here with us today. I came to see you a couple of days ago to tell you about our program, and I'm so delighted that you decided to come join us on the program today. So before we start with the story, I would want you to please introduce yourself and what you do, your name, and how you try to help young people.
Thank you. My name is Akin. I am the director of the Superboy Outreach.
Title of this episode is Learning Hard. The process that happened here basically is the fact that Olaniyo, the mother, gave birth to Olayinka, who happened to be the product of rape. And then now, suddenly, they're going to court, and then the father, who she felt has not been there for her, suddenly decided to just stand up for her. Ma, what do you think about this? What can we do? Imagine Olayinka's trauma, growing up, feeling as product of rape.
Actually, we want to have a round table talk. And so at this point, we want you to tell us about why did you decide to set up a Superboy Outreach? What is your motivation? I have heard about girls, girl children and all that. But for me, it's a new...
The Superboy Outreach came out of a divine inspiration. Like last year, I was invited to speak at various points, and they were all towards the girls.
Okay.
Sisters on campus, girls on campus, girl child, girl
education,
you know, so it was overwhelming to me that everything when I was not going through my diary, what I went through last year, I thought it was just towards the girl.
Yeah.
I just got overwhelmed. What about the boys?
Exactly.
You know, so the boys, so they go through it.
Exactly, just like Akin, like read the script.
You know, so
they are product of rape, and probably if you had somebody to talk to, it will be able to talk to somebody. So can boys like this come to your organization to talk to you?
Of course, we've been having them.
Okay.
But you know our society, of course, people hide, and then if it's a boy, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know, it's not going to be this virgin, there's nothing, you know, there's no pregnancy. So if it's a boy, people just wave it off.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But if it's a girl, they take it up.
Exactly.
They can go to court, they can do anything.
Okay.
Because it's a girl.
Yeah.
But when it's a boy, people just look at it and how can the boy get raped? And people just look at it like that.
Okay.
You know, so we see people come for counseling, we see people come to talk about it. And so it's an eye-opener to us that look, that the boys too go through it.
Yes.
And there's a need for us to talk about it.
Okay, so it is a panel discussion, and I also want to invite every other person to also talk to us about this. Please, Mr. Akin, that played the character of Akin, please come and talk to us about how you feel.
Okay, when we considered the title of this episode, it says Learning Hard. Now, when we look at the character of Akin, as we can see that when the thing happened, he couldn't talk to anybody, he couldn't relate to anybody. Now, we live in a society, as you said, that we live in a society whereby they don't even allude anything great or anything bad to it when a boy is being raped. Now, how do we tend to cope this? Because we cannot afford to have something like this in this society, because we only say, girls are being raped, but when it comes to boys, and this thing is very prevalent in our society. So please, how do you want to tell our people at home listening to this program that if they have any situation like this, how do they go about it?
But one thing that we are trying to tell people now is that the kind of passion that we give to the girls, you know, how to dress, how to address issue, the touching, you know, those stuffs. We need to talk to the boys too about it.
You mean like we have to teach the boys how to talk or how to dress?
We need to talk to the boys how to talk about it when anybody is touching you in a funny way. Because you know they do it to the girls, and we tell them, if anybody is touching this part of your body, this is what you should do. We should do the same thing to the boys too. Because I happen to be a twin, and I have a twin brother. And I remember when I had my menstrual period, I know how my parents called me apart to give me a education. But he was left out of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they will say, when
having a menstrual cycle.
but he says he has become he's a boy, he's a child, he's a human being. He can be molested, a boy too can be molested. So the same kind of education they gave me that time, like calling me apart to tell me certain things that a girl must do to avoid being raped, to avoid being molested, being fingered, all those stuff. They're supposed to give it to him too. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to talk to our boys too. Like I'm a mother of 6 boys, and I talk to them. To the extent, sometimes ago my sister-in-law came to visit, and she was battling for my 4-year-old boy, and she was spending too much time at his private part, and the boy gave her a heavy slap that she fell down in the bathroom. She now went, mommy, what happened? I said, sorry, it's the education I gave to them that if anybody, that place belongs to you, nobody should touch it. It's your own. And so when I giving me a bath, I tell you, wash that place, it's your own. Even me, the mother, don't touch it. That kind of education we give to them, because our people will just neglect the boys. It's only the girls we face. We need to talk to the boys too. They need to hear it.
That's very interesting. We're looking at issues that have to do with how do the boys feel when they come to you? Do they feel free to discuss what has been happening to them? Or do they just mention some funny names to cover up an embarrassment? How do they actually talk to you? And how do you intend to reach out to boys in our state? How do they come to you? If you don't mind, you might also give us your number so that while we continue with the program, we're able to tell them if you're a boy and you're molested, please call this number. Is it a hotline? Is it a line that is on 24/7?
Presently, the Superboy outreach, we are going around schools, secondary schools, talking to them about issues of life, about such things as this. And then from such, we give them our number and they come. They'll be coming for counseling. They are becoming a lot in their 20s. They'll be coming for counseling, not only for rape, but for drugs. People have issues with drugs because we have a pharmacy and then we have an outlet for counseling. They'll be coming for drugs. You know, this codeine, tramadol, you know, that all this withdrawal syndrome they are going through, and it's more with the boys. So they are coming for counseling, and then we've been able to help a number of them.
You told us something about the aspect of, okay, they should avoid touching. Now, the question I would like to ask, is there any way that when it comes to the aspect of dressing, when we refer to the ladies, when it comes to dressing, they dress in a kind of way that sends some emotional and arousing messages to boys? Is it possible for a guy to dress in a kind of way that will attract another boy to rape?
Of course, like about 2 days ago, there was a guy that came and then we're talking about something like this. He came in and he was wearing earrings. He had a dread on. Even the trouser is wearing is feminine. You understand? In this apparel. So we have to call him for counseling. He needs help because such a guy now will be attracted to a boy, and that's why we have homosexuals. So dressing too is very, very important. Some of them, they don't even know it.
Excuse me, I have to cut in here. You mean there is a way that boys dress that will be a signal to a potential pedophile or homosexual?
Yes.
That I am available?
Yes.
Kai.
Yes, it tells them that, look, oh, I'm available. This is what I want. And then some guys, they just do it because of fashion. They don't know the meaning, the implication of this dress, this kind of appearance.
Okay, ma. When we consider this particular aspect, guys raping guys, can we say it as a result of a kind of psychological disorder that will make a man to fall in love with another man, to have carnal intimacy with that person?
Before you continue, I just quickly want to read out this pedophile crime incidences that have been happening. Okay, this is a story that I heard. It's a 40-year-old man rapes 4-year-old boy to death as pedophile crime increases in Bayelsa State. Pedophiles are on the increase in Bayelsa State, according to a revelation from a child protection agency made to the officials of the United Nations Children Emergency Fund, UNICEF, and other stakeholders in cases of child abuses, including the rape and death of a 4-year-old boy at the hands of a 40-year-old man in southern Ijaw local government area. This just happened in Bayelsa.
You're listening to the program To the Survivors. Rape is a stain on humanity. Let's stop and act against all issues of rape.
Just imagine that, man.
And we women, we have a lot of things to do in this aspect. Because, you know, when it's a boy, we feel it's safe with a man. Do you understand? It's a small boy and it's a man. So we feel it's safe, you know? Even a girl, we give it to a girl. You say she's safe. So you need to know who you are leaving your child with. Because a girl can be a lesbian and then will be having a good pleasure with your baby, your daughter that are living with her. So we must know.
It's not good pleasure.
It's bad pleasure. We must know who we are dropping our kids with. We must know them, not just anyhow anybody. Because it's a boy, it's safe with a man. It's not so anymore. Things are changing.
I want to thank Mr. Akin for this time with us. I think we need to, like you have said, we need to emphasize the need to care for the boy child, not just the girl child. But how do we figure out? Because we've had stories, even girl child, we have stories of parents. I want you to address parents now. We've had issues of parents who feel their children are the ones calling for this kind of attraction. I know that there are guys that dress like ladies and some of them don't even understand what they are driving at. I understand. A small child, a 4-year-old child, a 5-year-old child, who wears anything the parents give to him or her. How do we caution the parents? Grab, you've given us your own example, but talk to the parents. Let them know how to handle this issue.
It is very, very important that parents must begin to look at this aspect very well. The way you dress for your kids, it matters a lot. Especially those young ones that they cannot make quick decisions. Like for instance, I was in church one day and you need to see what this a preteen around maybe 8 years old or 9, what she was wearing, because she's just coming to puberty, and then what she cannot wear a bra yet, but the breast is already coming out, and then look at what the mother got for her, and she was a big girl. You had to call her, how old are you? And I was asking her questions. She doesn't know anything. The mother bought these clothes, but when she was passing, why it took my attention was because you need to see the way everybody was looking at her. Everybody, those teenagers, everybody was looking, and you can see their faces. So we parents must begin to take caution on what we wear for these children. Very, very important. Both the boy and the girl is very, very important now, because the time we are living in is not like what we used to have before. Things are changing, and so we must be ready to take caution.
All right, before we continue, can you drop your line, your number, so that people can contact you, because we know we have a lot of people that are listening to this right now, and they are saying, how can you be of help to us?
Okay, my number is 070-3197-0990.
Take it again.
070-3197-0990.
And the name of the foundation?
Superboy Outreach.
Okay, ma'am. I need to just mention this because there are a lot of pedophiles who live around us, and like you said, a lot of parents don't take note of things that are happening. This is another story of a pedophile. It's a 45-year-old man rapes boy to death in Kebbi State. This is different from the one that happened in Bayelsa State. The Kebbi State Police Command has arrested Dantani, a 45-year-old man who allegedly raping a 9-year-old boy to death in Zauro town of the state. Also arrested were 2 men, Ibrahim and Johanna, for allegedly raping girls aged 10 and 12 in different villages at Kalgo and Zuru local government areas of the state. Speaking to the man said to have raped the boy to death, the police commissioner said one Dantani Sani 45 of Sabongari area of Zauro town was arrested based on information that he has sexual intercourse with one Ibrahim Mohammed Dangi male, now deceased, aged 9 years, of the same village, against the order of nature. The police commissioner said the suspect will be charged to court for culpable homicide. To me, I think that's both for rape and homicide as well.
There is a culture. When I was in the north, we used to call the boys who liked boys Dendaudu, and it was common to see them with makeup, most of the time old men or middle-aged men. They were supposed to be seen as mature, and the general term we call all of them was Dendaudu, because it was understood within the northern states then that homosexuality was rampant, even though it was not openly talked about. There was issue of male prostitutes.
Exactly.
And these male prostitutes will actually stand on the streets,
yes,
and hawk their wares, in quotes. And men who were that inclined will pick these boys up. And so they were generally referred to as Dendaudu. We might be pretending now that we have become civilized, but this has been a culture that has been with us for a long time. The unfortunate aspect now is this kind of thing is becoming rampant down south, and I'm shocked to learn that it also happens here in Akure.
I had a situation last year. The person came for counseling. They brought her for counseling because she's a mother of 2 boys, a widow, so she had to go to Ibadan to look for how to take care of the children, and so she left her kids with her mom. And then the workload was too much for the mother, so she had to look for a male houseboy from Oyo, and they brought the boy to come and stay with her own boys. She didn't look for a girl because she was trying to avoid all those nonsense. So she had to look for a boy. So she brought the boy into her home, raised him in a private school, took care of him just like her own kids, gave him the best things possible, But this boy was having sex with her own boys.
Can you imagine?
One of the boys was 4 years old, the other one 7.
What?
And this boy is supposed to be maybe 13 or 14, and was having sex with those boys. So when she came home, she had a leave, so she came to stay with them in Akure. Only for her to, the mother was reported that this her son, this 4 years old, is having problem trying to use the toilet, so always screaming. So but what's wrong with him? So they now took him to the hospital, and for then investigation began. The boy had been infected, and they found that the boy was having sex with him.
Oh my
And
goodness.
they called the boy said that he had been doing it in Oyo with one person since how many years? They had been a
What?
small boy, they've been doing it for him, so he's been doing it.
And he couldn't talk to his mother. He couldn't talk to his.
So this thing is living with us. So
Exactly.
let us not just assume that it's not. It is here. In this Akure here, we had that situation here. So it's everywhere. We must be very careful. Our hearts must be open to see all these things.
So, I want to ask you one question. What do you think we can do as a society? Because right now, there's no NGO except you now that we just met who's talking about boys, who's trying to help boys. There's nobody that is actually really doing anything about these issues. What do we do? I think we as a society, I'm thinking probably we should come out together as a society.
We have to come together as a society, as individuals, to handle this thing together. We can't do it alone. No one person cannot do it. We must come together to handle this. The church must be talking about it. Hospitals must be talking about it. Doctors, nurses, everybody must be talking about it because it is here with us.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Taiwo Akindeko, for your time. She is the director of Super Boys Initiative, an NGO that talks and advises, counsels boys that are going through a situation. If you need to talk to them, her number is 07031970990. 07031970990.
You're listening to the program To the Survivors.
Now, it is a reality that we have found ourselves that boys are being molested, not just girls. We all need to wake up and be there for these boys. Be there to help them. If they need to be counseled, then be on the lookout. Don't just say, they are boys, they can handle themselves. Boys cry, boys cry. I tell everyone, boys cry as much as girls cry. So please, let's be there for the boys. Bella, what do you have to say?
My mouth is still down in shock. I used to assume that homosexuality was something for another country, another clime. We went and made a lot of noise in the assembly, a death penalty, life imprisonment, but we live with it. We know that these things happen in our society. And that is the rationale for this program, To the Survivors. We don't want to call those who are victims of these pedophiles, these rapists, we don't want to call them victims because they will survive. They will have to survive. And it's the society that give them the opportunity to survive. It is society, particularly the parents. When you dress your girl up, give her varnished fingernails and she's only 4 years old, she's wearing a wig and she's wearing sexy clothes, and you are showing pride that your child is dressing well. Another man is watching that girl and seeing visions of his own sick fantasy, and he will visit it on your child. There's nothing wrong in dressing well, but please be careful about what kind of dressing, because the way you dress is the way you are dressed. Is a truism that we can't do anything about. You're listening to the program To the Survivors.
I can't let you go. Oh my love, can make me start over again. Show you what you let me feel. Don't do. You know love is a beautiful thing. Until you're sorry, you're left with a pain. I remember when you could make me better. Love me until you don't love me at all. If you don't
thanking Deco for coming on this program. It's been a very good program session for us. We visit the issue of Olayinka and her father. Apparently, they seem to be coming together as friends. So we may be thinking that they are already having closure. But it was an interesting opportunity we did not want to miss. For To the Survivors is a program meant for all of us. Our transmission time has been changed. We will now air from 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Same day, same station. We are still the same. Please tune in every Wednesday. Rape is a stain on humanity. Let's stop and act against all issues of rape. Like we've always said, if you do have questions, thoughts, suggestions, please send text to WhatsApp 0803 472 3894. We would like to thank our sponsors, Uttaro and friends, who have gathered around to ensure that we can have this program. If you do have questions, thoughts, suggestions, please send text to WhatsApp 0803 472 3894. I'd like to thank Oluwaseun Olajorin for being the hand on the button, peaceful, patient, and enterprising for all the time we spent together. This is Yola Olatude. I'll see you next week.